Hello everyone, this evening we are at Dubai International Cricket Stadium. You join us for this 10-over match between the Rajasthan Ravens and the Delhi Demons. I'm Mike Atherton, and alongside me today is the dashing David Gower.
Well, thanks Athers for such a glowing introduction. I had an opportunity earlier to get down and check out the conditions for the day, and it's a very batter-friendly pitch. There's not going to be much for the bowlers. Something that shouldn't cause any problems is the weather. Absolutely stunning out there. Perfect for cricket, not a cloud in the sky, and no threat of rain anytime soon.
Fantastic breakdown, David, thanks. We're going down to the middle now. The captains are ready for the toss.
Well, the captain must think there's a little bit of life to squeeze out of this pitch. Personally, I'd have been getting the pads on rather than fielding.
Ready for the first ball here in the commentary box. What should be an enthralling contest between these two teams. Doesn't beat the infield. Strong appeal.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Get the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. Immaculate timing there.
This is where they can be so good because they were so quick to get back and onto this.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Warner has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot. Driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot. Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. The left arm. Pace bowler is coming into the attack from the bridge end.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Yes.
There'll be runs here. A couple on offer here.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Wait.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Wait. Yes.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
Wait. Wait.
That's gone.
Yeah!
Couldn't ask for an easier catch.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. They'll get at least one. Straight to the fielder.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 2 for 23.
A few moves made in the field. Bit of a change up in the field now.
Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Managed to get it fine and it trickled away to the boundary. Just waited on it nicely.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed.
Yep.
If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Wait on.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Huge edge.
A little late on that, no run scored.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
That was clever. Just had to wait on it to make sure of it.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Really good shot there.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building.
Yes.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Waiting.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Misses everything. Big appeal.
Waiting.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
End of the over. 7 off it. The Capitals are 2 for 44. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Big edge!
Just threw the shot too early.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. Time that perfectly.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Waiting.
Quick onto that in the infield.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yes.
Finds the edge.
Nice bowling.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. couldn't have hit that any better.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Yeah, mate.
Edged it.
Keepers.
If that had been thrown to the other end, I think you'd be looking at another wicket for sure.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Strays onto leg and glanced it sweetly. Might just get to the boundary rope.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
Bowled him! Beauty, absolute beauty.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Hitting out to the crease at number 5 for the Delhi Demons.
Khan gets off the mark.
Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Massive edge. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep.
Nicked it.
Yes. Nice bowling.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
7 runs added there. The Capitals are 3 for 79.
Yep.
Times it nicely.
Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple run. Good cricket all round, good delivery, timed well, but straight to the fielder.
Thick edge.
Keeper's end. Catch it.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4. Driven away nicely.
End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Holder coming on. Obviously. Hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Some adjustments to the field.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Good shot. A beauty.
Got the head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Keeper. Yep.
And that brings up 50 runs for this batsman.
Top class innings, been playing very nicely out there, and that brings up the half century.
Yep.
Too full. Got what it deserved.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Waiting.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Into the ninth
Over.
The
The
Delhi
Capitals
Demons
are 3 for 111. Bolt, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming into the attack from the bridge end.
Yup. Yep.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Yep.
Big edge. Where's that going? Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
Great shot. couple on offer here.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
A juicy delivery like that on leg stump isn't going to be missed by this batter. They just put it away.
And the innings comes to an end. The Royals will need 127 runs. Defendable total. The openers will need to get their iron very quickly and get the scoreboard ticking over if they're to have any chance. There'll be runs here. Straight to the fielder.
Picked up a single, first ball of the innings. The Royals are now underway.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. Beaten on the drive. Not a great delivery as it goes down to the boundary. That'll go into the books as extras. They'll get at least one.
Keeper.
Needs to be on target.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. There'll be one run here for them.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. The Royals are none for 10. The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack on the bridge end. Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. Well placed, should get a single. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Oh, yes, nice bowling.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Perfect technique and placement.
It was in the air for a long time, but 4 bounced just inside the rope.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Misses everything.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
End of the over. The Royals are none for 70. Butler got nothing on that as it goes over the rope. Ahmed from the scoreboard end. Great shot. At least one on offer. Fantastic catch.
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Samson will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
Bowler, bowler.
Yes.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Samson ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps.
Yep.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
That's really high. Don't think anyone is close.
It was just a little bit too full and it was beautifully timed.
Butler has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Yes.
That's the over. The Royals are 1 for 26.
1 for 26.
The left-arm unorthodox bowler is coming into the attack from the bridge end.
Yes.
Brilliant diving stop. There's a chance if this hits. That's right off the meat of the bat.
Judged the length absolutely beautifully. Footwork was immaculate, but it was the hands that got that to the fence.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on. Finds the edge.
The bat was very late coming down on that.
Yep.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. Nicely played. Perfect timing.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Nice shot.
Tried to take the pace off by rolling the fingers across the seam. It's a great shot. Didn't take a lot of effort to get it away.
Good bowling. Kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs. Patel, the left-arm orthodox bowler, is coming into the attack from the scoreboard end. Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Quick onto that in the infield.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
The new batsman hitting out to the crease at number 4.
Edge. Amazing delivery. Out. Good catch.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Big appeal. They're thinking long and hard on this one. It's close, but I think it's hitting.
How close is that? Could be the wicket. Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. No problems at all with where the ball is pitched. Nothing wrong with the impact. Would it hit the wickets, though? Hetzmeyer has to go. Ends up being a waste of a review.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand.
They've got to go without scoring. This is a real purple patch for the bowler. They've got one of the main batters out, LBW.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Holder, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
11 runs added there. The Royals are 4 for 51. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the bridge end. Timed that brilliantly.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch. And as we've seen already, It makes it very easy to score.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Waiting.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
Go!
They must have just slipped a little in their delivery stride to bowl that no ball. Sometimes it can happen when you're trying too hard.
Oh, nice bowling.
Bit of a wild delivery. I'd have been calling that wise, but, well, the umpire didn't agree with me.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Holder didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6. A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea. Patel
Yes,
with a
nice
superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away. Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads. A little late on that. No run scored. A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
4 runs added there. The Royals are 4 for 68.
Oh, no. Nice bowling.
Gone! Excellent catch, close to the bat.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Yes, nice bowling.
A great over. and a good chance that's finally swung the match in their favour. It's a long way back now for the batters. Going with pace now.
Oh, nice bowling.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Madness! Complete air shot.
It's a ridiculous decision to dance down the wicket like that. There's too much pace, and it's just lucky the keeper is so far back.
Oh, nice bowling.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Yep.
Waiting.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Yep. No, no, no.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Yep.
Good pickup. Big chance.
End of the ninth.
The Royals weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over.
For 76.
We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here. Oh my, that's racing away.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Yep.
Decisive running might have gotten to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder. This could be trouble. Could that be out? Looks so.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. Sixth wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Yeah. No.
Could be close.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Yep. Keeper.
Just a little bit wide. Well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Catch it.
Got
Yeah.
hold of it. A pretty good bouncer. Enough control to get it away.
Good return, back from the deep. Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it. That's a fantastic